let's talk to Randy in California. Randy, you're live with Eric and JMike. What would you like to talk about?
Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing, man?
Doing well. Say hi to JMike too.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm sorry, you guys.
No, man, it's cool
right there, and it just took me for a loop.
Yeah, you're good.
Eric, I'll get right into it. You guys, you and V helped me last time when I called. Probably don't remember about a vision I thought I had about me cussing out one of my best friends, and I had a dream about it and it happened. That ended up being nothing once I reasoned through it. But I have a real good question here. I'm doing the project right now, and the project is if we took all religions, all Muslims, all Christians, you believe in Vishnu, Krishna, everyone, and we gave all individual religions their own state. Like if you're a Muslim, all Muslims, you have the state of Texas. Govern it as you will be. Atheists, we have Florida. Christians have California. What do you think the long-term effect of that would be a couple hundred years in the future? Like, would they destroy each other? Will we have wars? Would atheism kind of succeed and surpass all other states, as you might say, because we're more into science and things that we believe, you know what I mean, and the more evidence-based things?
No.
What do you think the term of that would be?
Sure. I think that's a great question because that absolutely nails something that we need to be very, very clear about. And that is because you're an atheist, that doesn't mean you're a good person. And that doesn't mean that you have views that correspond with building a better society. It just means that you have a response to the God claim. And so do I think atheists would necessarily build it? No way. Heck, I can list a good number of atheists that I know that I would absolutely hate to be in charge of government. And it's just because it is a very, very wide umbrella. You as long as the only requirement is definitional, and that is that you don't accept the God claim. Other than that, you can believe in Wooooo, you can believe in spirits, you can believe in crystal healing, you can believe in ghosts, you can believe in aliens, you can believe that Princess Diana and Elvis and Martians are hanging out somewhere outside Area 51. You can believe whatever. You can believe flat Earth.
You can be an idealist. You don't have to be a physicalist. You can literally believe the fundamental nature is mental if you want. Like, there's no contradiction in being an atheist. It's kind of like saying like a world of non-golfers or non-stamp collectors. It's like, well, they only have that one thing that we know of in common, that they don't collect stamps, right? You know.
So I don't think that an atheist, because it's atheist, government would necessarily do better. Now, I do think that it would avoid a lot of the pitfalls that theocracy holds, because that's essentially what you're arguing for the others is, with their religion being in charge. So you'd have a Muslim Sharia law in one country, you'd have a Christian version of Sharia law in their country. And do I think that would be beneficial? I think that it would restrict the rights of a lot of humans that live in that place. I think that there are calls for conversion in those religions, and because of that, it's called the Great Commission. And due to the Great Commission, they will feel pressed to push those religious views on others. And so I don't imagine it doing well. But I also
but
here's
I'm sorry that No, I was just saying I wasn't trying. My main thing too was like, say I was a Christian, a non-denominational. Then I found out there's so many thousands type of denominations. Like the Baptists didn't believe in praying in tongues, and then the people there was the women can't show any skin and all this, but reading out of the same book. And I would think that when you are mixed with the world with different ideologies and different things, it kind of filters out the cultism and what you're involved in. So if all you had to look out, if state of California was all Christians, like you said, a lot of things that you were used to would be taken away from you. And I think that so many denominations, they would have problems amongst themselves on which part to agree and on their own, the same book they're reading. So I think it will cause a lot of problems, and it might cause a lot of deconversion, because when you're stuck in that after year, you might start to see the cultishness, not calling anybody a cult, but you would see the cultishness type behavior instead of being out mixed along, and it kind of gets filtered out. You know what I mean? And I think that it might cause more deconversion in some religious sects than others. And I just think that as an atheist, and I can't speak for all atheists, you're absolutely right on that, Eric. But one thing that I have exercised more than anything is self-awareness critical thinking and reason. That has helped my life out so much. And I just like, we had our own society, not saying I want to do that, not saying we're better, but that reason and the critical thinking, that's just something that doesn't apply to most religions. And I think that would be a big difference maker.
Wow,
you know what I mean? As far as
I get it, but here's my word of caution. What if there's a religion that that their in their religious precepts is a amazingly successful society? Does that necessarily mean that their God claim is true?
I see where you're coming from.
And so,
man, Eric, you always get me, man.
Well, if we view things through that lens, then the idea that the more successful country would be the one whose claim was correct would be what we would kind of start defaulting to. And we don't want to fall into that kind of thinking, because even if you built the perfect society, it doesn't mean that your claims about your, miraculous invisible sky daddy are true. Those claims need to stand on their own. So anyway, hope that helps. JMike, did you want to throw anything else in?
I thought you summed that up brilliantly. So no, it's perfect.
All right, Randy, take care, man. Thank you for calling back.
Eric, no problem, Eric. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too. Take care.
You're gonna hear the light bulb and his voice kind of go on his head, or his head go off when he was like, Eric, you always. So that's always a good thing. You don't, you can't top that. Like that did the work, that it needs to do, right? So
I appreciate that. I like when Randy calls in, because he's just got this energy and this personality that I even read in the comments. People are like, man, that guy was fun to listen to because he's just got this excitement. So I'm happy when he calls in.
As a listener, I'm excited that I got to be on a Randy call. So
yay.